Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your friendly neighborhood Coach Pruitt here with you once again with some reminders, how-tos, and basic synopsis of what we're doing in class today, Friday, September the 18th, as well as Monday, September the 21st. So if you miss class, if you're not here, or you need some reminders while you're working on stuff, this is the video that will help you do those things. This might be a little bit longer of a video than our previous ones have been, but I want to make sure that I cover the most important things with you. So today we're actually going to get into contents. We're going to start talking about U.S. history stuff. So the first thing that I need you guys to do is, and if you see me looking off to the side, I'm checking my list to make sure that I hit everything. So if you guys will, make sure that you go to your Taskwork page. So yesterday in class, we downloaded this document. We have talked about how to save things. We've talked about how to create a folder to put it in and keep yourself organized. And then we started working on our key term assignments. What we're going to do today is to jump down here to the colonization section, and we're going to begin to work on this. I'm going to highlight it to make sure that you see it. It's the organizer over the 3 groups of British colonies. That's what we're going to be working on today and Monday. We'll continue working on this probably over the next couple of days. But to get started today, this is what you're going to need. So the second step in our process is going to be to go to our Canvas page and to download this organizer. So if you go to your Canvas page, and just like we did the other day, scroll down till you get to the Unit 1 Colonization box. You're going to click on that box, and it's going to pull up the module. It's going to have all the work in it for Unit number 1. This is the exact same thing we did the other day when we downloaded our Taskwork sheet. So we're going to scroll down here to the Colonization section, and you can see under Colonization, the third one down says 3 sections of British colonization. You will click on that organizer, all right, and you're going to need to download it. So if you didn't do this step the other day, you want to make sure that you do it now. You're going to click this blue link right here that says download 3 sections. Your computer is going to download for you this organizer. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it now says 3 sections of Brit, and then it cuts off. You want to click on that tab. Go. Sorry, computer's being a little slow. You can see my Microsoft Word is working. It is pulling up this document, so it's been downloaded, and now I just need to make it where it is an editable document so that I can type on it. So when Word pulls up, you may have to click the Enable Editing button at the top, but you're going to get a document that looks like this. Now again, very first thing that we want you to do is somewhere on this piece of paper, make sure that you type your name. If you just want to bring the instructions down, one enter, hit enter one time. Sorry, I don't know the right way to say that. And then write your name. We want to make sure your name is on everything that you do. You can see the instructions here, and basically what you're going to do is as we go through and as we talk about the 3 sections of British colonies, or as you research on your own, you're going to want to add things to these boxes. So the first box is going to be the actual colonies that make up these areas, so you just list them. You want to, here in the second box, you're going to talk about the reasons that those colonies were founded. You're going to talk about the economic aspects of the colonies here. How do they make money? What is the way that their economy functions? Fourth box is cultural aspects. So things that are specific to that area of the colonies in terms of their culture. That could be a place where you would talk about religion, where you would talk about their ideals, anything important culturally that stands out to you. Next section is about important people. Again, you can just list them. So you can just talk about any important people that we point out to you in your notes or that come out of the standards. Important events are going to be things that happen in those colonies that we will point out and discuss that are of extreme significance. And lastly is other info. This is just kind of a catch-all section. So if you feel like there's something important that you want to write down that doesn't go in these other boxes, that's where you'll put it. Last thing, there are a couple of links here that you can use for research on your own, should you want to click on them. So we've got the organizer downloaded now. The next question is, how do we actually find the information that we're going to use? So these 2 sites will give you information if you want to look on your own. But if you want to find, look at later, see what we're looking at in class, you need to go back to your Canvas page and you need to go back to the home screen. 2 ways that you're going to be able to access this information, and we're going to use both of these in class. If you scroll down on your Canvas page, and in the extras section, if you see here where it says, sorry, I went to the wrong section. It's in, I apologize. It's in the U.S. History module section. If you scroll down, there's a little section that says Tools and Resources. If you click on that section, it's going to pull up a couple of different things for you, okay? Notice that this says Unit 1 Resources. So there are 2 things here that you can use, and this will get you the information that you need. In class, we're going to look at these Google slide presentations together. So I want to be sure and show you that's how you access the list of the slide presentations. The numbers that you're going to want to use to look up this information are numbers 3, 4, 6, and 7. Now, we're not going to get to all 4 of those presentations today. That's why I said at the beginning this will probably take a couple of days. So to start with, you're going to want to do number 3 and then number 4. The goal is that we will get through those 2 presentations, or at least make references to those 2 presentations today in class. So if you're looking on your own, if you miss class or you need to go back later, definitely start with numbers 3 and 4. If you want to progress ahead, you can look at numbers 6 and 7. So how do you open these? The easiest way, just copy your link. You can pull up a new tab. You can paste it in. And now it's going to pull up a Google Docs presentation for you. Yours might look slightly different than this because I have editing rights on this one. You will not, obviously, because it's a share only. But anyway, you can see here there's an essential questions for you to think about, some maps to look at, and then it gets into the notes. And you can start filling in some of your boxes as we get there. It's a little bit farther in. Starts talking about Jamestown, which of course would then be a southern colony. Last thing that you can use to get to resources, if you go back to your Canvas page, you can click here where it says Unit 1 Playlist. If you click on that playlist, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel and right to the playlist over Unit number 1 extra videos. You can see here that we have, sorry, computer's being a little slow. These are the notes that I've made previously. So these notes are presented to you in a video form so that you can pause them, you can rewatch them, you can do whatever you need. Part 1 is going to be where you want to focus. It's going to give you a lot of info. But also, if you go to number 2, so U.S. History Unit 1 Part 2, go to about the 1 minute and 55-second mark. There's some really good information, almost like a cheat code that I'm giving you at that point. So that's the second video, 1:55, 1 minute and 55-second marker. It's going to give you a good bit of information that you might find helpful. And then the rest of these things are just extra videos. They are Crash Course U.S. History videos, a couple of the videos you might recognize from our Nearpod lesson the other day. So that's what we're working on. So if you miss class on September the 18th or September the 21st, you want to make sure that you do a couple of things. Make sure that you download the organizer, the 3 sections of British colonies. You want to make sure that you start filling those things in using the Google Slides presentations and the YouTube notes that I just gave you guys. And we will hopefully see you next week. Have a great weekend. Nothing good happens after midnight. See you guys.